Hello, everybody, and welcome to Culture on a Stick. I am Christian Doyle. I am your stand-in host for this afternoon. With me today are my good friends who I haven't seen in hours, days, and weeks. Vanessa Postel, Mark Thomason, and Maggie Doyle.
Hello.
What we're talking about today for our Patreon supporters who are watching us is we're going to be talking a little bit about the convention experience and Gen Con in particular, since we just got back from there. Show of hands, who all went? All but one of us, but you have been before.
I went one time.
Yeah, and you were actually instrumental in keeping us going that weekend, if I remember correctly.
I got lunch.
Yeah.
Everybody. Which was very important.
It is.
It's an important job.
Mark did that too.
I did that last year, yeah.
And it's a hard job. It's difficult to keep up because we're all over the place.
It's gotten better this year. We have
you've got a very good system, and look at this cool system.
There's an app now.
Mm-hmm.
There is.
We just ordered our food.
But enough about our inside work stuff and how we get fed when we're at Gen Con. We are here to talk about how it went and answer any questions you might have, or have any experiences you might want us to share. Chat, if you are around, we would love to hear from you. I have no idea how we are going to do that, as I am not monitoring you currently.
We can see a little bit of it.
Oh, is this
we can only
here?
see one line at a time, yeah. And it's on the surface as well.
Hey, Tech Rogue, I can see you.
Yeah.
So a bit how it went. We did two shows again this year.
Yes.
For Gamers Live, and both were very, very successful. One was far more chaotic than the other, I think we can safely say.
Yes.
But they both ended up being a lot of fun to do.
They were.
So my only con experience is going as a guest or as a performer. Mm-hmm. I've never really gone to a convention as an attendee before, so I don't have a lot of experience with it. Who has? Like, who's gone just as an attendee to see what a con is like as a fan?
I mean, I've been to business-related cons, which for me is like entertainment, technology, and stuff like that. And
right.
So that's a whole kind of different thing. But I've only really been to fan cons as someone who's working in some capacity.
Right.
Which feels very natural to me since I've worked behind the scenes on hundreds, if not thousands, of different events and shows like a convention that are just more entertainment industry stuff. And so it's very weird when I am spending time at the convention just being a convention goer. Yeah. It's fun, but I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah, I went to ECC once before I was with Zoe. Mm-hmm. And it's weird. It's very overwhelming. And like, it's nice to work it because there's a schedule. And I know what I'm supposed to do.
Where you're supposed to be and when. And I think we're used to that. And I don't know how it felt for the attendees this year, but for us who were in the vendor hall and performing in shows, there was a different vibe than I'm used to.
Yeah.
At these especially at these big conventions, there was something palpable in the air and kind of a haze of weirdness. Mm-hmm. Like,
in what way weird?
I don't know. I mean, I can't 100% put my finger on it. I've got lots of theories that I've already made headcanon, but I don't believe that those are necessarily true. I'm not a scientician, so I can't say for sure. But yeah, no, I am assuming that it's, maybe the way things are politically right now, and our industry, the gaming industry specifically, is still so divided in a lot of ways. And maybe,
There was that one vendor who was saying that he saw someone who he disagreed with, who was openly displaying what they preferred, and he did have a moment of like, I don't know if I want them to come
I don't want them
to
come to my booth because I don't want to have to turn them away, which I will inevitably do if they come to my booth. Yeah, I remember.
So I feel like that did have
vendor.
a play in like some of the weirdness at the convention.
So yeah, I think it's become now where a lot of us are wearing our politics so openly on our sleeves, and our identities as gamers has become so political in a lot of ways, especially those of us working in the industry, that I think it made it weird.
It did that, or because Rabid Wombat was there, as he just commented. It was because you were there, Rabid Wombat.
Yes,
your
Wombat,
presence just shifted the entire universe.
Wombat, we had such a good time hanging out with you. Thank you so much for coming and visiting us at the booth, and
And tweeting about how awful it was that we hugged you.
And how everything social was such a chore. I really related on so many levels. It was wonderful.
No, but it was. There was definitely a different vibe, and I think that there's something to that in the political climate.
And I don't know if that's 100% what it was, but I've talked to a few other people who were, performers and vendors, and they were feeling it too.
Yeah. I did notice a lot more asking for permission for pictures, though.
Yeah, no.
Which I thought was really good.
Nice.
Yeah, no, consent has become part of the culture, or at least it's starting to.
Be that way.
Yeah.
That's great. It really is.
A woman at Starbucks asked permission before she took a picture of the back of my shirt while standing behind me in line.
Well, Starbucks has to go through special training for that.
Well, no. But I mean, like,
they get a day off work just to learn about how to do that.
I mean, you stand in line, as we all know, like, if you're at Starbucks, you stand in line for a solid 45 minutes just to get a coffee easily. And so, like, she could have just snapped when I was in front of her 45 minutes, but she did ask.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really
Do we
nice.
prefer working the booth or doing shows at panels at a con, asks Paximo.
Sarah might prefer the booth, but I think everybody else.
I love doing the shows. Like I like watching something that we basically made up 10 years ago, run itself now. Mm-hmm. And the audience has become such a huge part of the show, where we wanted them to be involved from the very beginning, and now they're half the show, which is really really cool. So I love that. That's my favorite audience interaction at the con, obviously. But I do like working the booth too, and saying hi to everybody and not charging people for autographs.
That's true. Yeah, it's a tie for me. I was also working that booth this year, though. Whew, I was slinging it. Mainly because I had a Kickstarter to finish.
Which you did.
Which
finish,
I did.
by the way. Congratulations to One Hit Die for
everyone
making
who is
that
a
Kickstarter.
Patreon member, or from Zoe, or anyone who's watching this who did back that Kickstarter.
It's amazing of you.
I cannot thank you enough. It is greatly appreciated.
And I believe we got through that a lot because of the work you were doing at Gen Con, just out there working that Kickstarter every chance we got.
And I'm excited to go on the next journey of a Kickstarter.
Yeah, it'll be a quest if ever there was one.
Get it?
Is that all the hints we're allowed to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know. What about you? Where's your preference lie? I mean,
for me, it's a whole different world because I'm not on stage with the shows, I'm filming them. And so it was an interesting one this year because I really was barely at the booth because I spent most of my time, because we not only filmed Gamers Live like we've done in the past, but we also had all the guests of honor. And so we worked with Gen Con and they had us film all the guests of honor. So Richard Atkinson got up there and Anita Sarkeesian was there, which was super exciting. I got to meet her and tell her how much a fan I am. So I spent a lot of time in the ballroom even when we weren't doing Gamers Live. And also one of the guests of honor, there's 6 total guests of honor, and one of them was this guy named Ben Dobbins from Zombie Orpheus Entertainment.
I've met him before.
Yeah. And he did the most amazing speech. I was like super proud. It was, have you guys seen it yet? Like,
he gave one of the most moving and amazing speeches in regards to specifically our industry and how we should be acting and in it as as content creators. Was riveting. It was so good.
Really good. If you haven't seen it yet, I don't know if we have it online yet. Do we have it online yet?
I don't know because it technically belongs to Gen Con, not us.
But it's going to be on the Fantasy Network.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to be up on Fantasy Network. And if you're Patreon supporters, you're probably already on Fantasy Network, so know this information already. And probably watched this amazing speech he gave. But I have never been more proud of my friend Ben Dobbins.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, and to be part of Zoe during this time when he really put his foot down, I feel, and told everybody what we're about. And
he was super cute and nervous the night before too.
Yes, it was amazing. Amanda Cook agrees with us that it was amazing.
So it's not on yet, but hopefully soon, says Paxima. Thank you.
And Ben has all that, and so it'll be as soon as he finds time in his free schedule to edit himself and get it prepped to put on the
and it's up
Network.
on the Gen Con Twitch channel.
Oh, good.
So
is it?
you can check that. Don't watch it just now because we've got Masters of the Metaverse Season 3 premiering here at 6 p.m., which a couple of us are a little tiny itty bit excited about, myself included. And super nervous.
Maybe this girl in Jersey. I don't know.
I don't know if anybody's more excited than I am. Okay, no. Maybe Liz is more excited than we are.
Yeah.
It's a good possibility.
I heard her squee last weekend from here.
It traveled across the
country. Yeah.
Of course, we were in Indianapolis, so it really only had to travel halfway across the country.
Well, I heard that one, but then I heard another one after we got back. So.
Yeah.
No, Liz, do not scream. I beg you.
We'll hear it.
Do not scream.
You'll pick it up on our microphones.
Also,
it'll ruin the feed. It'll be a mess.
It's very silly, but Pax, I never met your sister at Gen Con. I made a specific thing not to meet your sister.
I met her.
But I wanted to meet you first, so.
I didn't have a choice. Somebody introduced her. It was not cool.
I wasn't at the booth.
Same.
I mean, she seemed really nice.
What? No one is hyped.
People are hyped. People, they're just, they're holding their hype in. They've got to keep their hearts beating slowly enough so they don't explode before the show begins.
All right, but
that's kind of where mine is at.
Okay, so but back to Cauldron a Stick.
Awful.
Yeah, let's talk more. Let's talk more about it as to what you prefer.
Vanessa,
we'll take questions,
have you worked
but I
at the
definitely
shows, or what do you feel about that stuff?
Oh yeah.
About the same question?
Yeah.
I've only worked at a couple of cons, and I've only attended one as a guest. But it had workshops, so I feel like that is another way to keep busy, because during the day you're like taking classes.
or teaching classes.
Or teaching classes, and then there's like the vendor area, and then there's shows in the evening.
What I mean,
so fun.
you worked at least the backstage part of the Gamers Live show.
Yeah, I did. I helped people go up on stage.
That's a very important job. Don't let anybody tell you any different.
I wore a shirt that I got at Gen Con. Yeah. I enjoyed Gen Con. It was huge. It was about like a city.
Yeah, it is a city.
It's like the whole city.
It's like a city inside a city.
I didn't get to play anything, so I would love to do that.
Yeah, I would like to go play a game.
Is your mic off? It says your mic is off.
It's pointing at me.
Is the light on?
Yes.
All right, you should be good.
Can we hear Vanessa, Mark?
He's working on it.
Hello.
Getting audio commercial. I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, everybody hears you fine.
All good.
Jason Straw doesn't.
Jason Straw doesn't hear you fine. We're sorry, Jason. We're working on our audio right now.
Shall we?
It looks like everything is okay.
I think there was like one con 2 or 3 years ago that Christian and I got to go demo a game.
That was so much fun.
It was. I do wish we could demo more. Oh, Christian got to demo a game this year though.
Yeah, no, I demoed the, or rather I didn't demo, I did like a Kickstarter backer session with Pinnacle for the Savage Worlds Flash Gordon supplement that's out. It's not a supplement, it's its whole setting, but it was pretty fun. It felt very Flash Gordon-y.
Yeah.
Flash Gordon-y.
I took his boost shift so that he could do it.
And I enjoyed it enough that I came home immediately and bought Savage Worlds Rifts because it's Rifts and Savage Worlds, which made Rifts amazingly playable looking. So I'm going to give it another shot.
And you're right, Amanda. Gen Con was spread out. It was super spread out. There was lots of stuff to do in like lots of different places, I thought, this year.
The thing is they add so many new events every year because we get so many more new attendees. But
something like 20,000 different events in like 4 days. It's just crazy.
Which means that 12 people can go to each event.
Right.
If everybody wants to go to everything.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Nuts.
There isn't enough time. It always feels like there's a bunch of time. Like you get Thursday, end of day Thursday, you're always like, 3 more days. Oh wait, what is something you would like to bring to...
Oh, no.
Sorry, we're using a
crappy
tablet
pad
for this.
Yeah, and it doesn't. It doesn't.
It doesn't
I think
tablet
Pax's
well.
question is, what would we like to do or bring to Zoe?
We can only see part
Unfortunately,
of it.
the important words of that question are missing from our
What
feed.
is something you would like to Zoe at Gen Con? Something you would
Works
like
on the
to
Discord chat, not
future.
so much on the YouTube
I think it's
chat.
what would you like to see something Zoe do at Gen Con? Like what's something different that Zoe would do?
I think like a day of
for the
rest would be amazing.
That's Monday.
Yeah, I know. No,
Yeah, but a day of rest while the con is going on.
yeah,
so you
like
can
where
actually see
we just
something.
we close down the booth.
Yeah.
We spend the day at other people's booths doing other things. Buying
yeah, what
shit
you wanna
we
do in the
don't
future?
need.
What do we want to do in the future?
What do we want to do in the future? I would like to take a flying car to Gen Con. In the future.
I mean, who wouldn't really?
true.
Like,
It's true.
While skin writing my new clone body.
That's a tough one because we do a lot at Gen Con.
You said doo-doo.
I did.
Back to you, Tom. Okay.
Maggie gets me. I do get you. In the future.
Yeah, what do you want to do in the future at Gen Con? Maybe like me, I would love to do some more true dungeoning or
I did that.
Any of that
I
live
tried
action crap, I just dig in. I dig on it. Maybe it's because I'm getting old and I like it when nerds hit me with sticks, but it's...
this is
it's become a
super
favorite thing.
super lame. I would I think it'd be fun to like plan a multiple hours of True Dungeon or something with all of us.
That'd be fun.
That like it's like Christian and like 6 fans. Or, like maybe it's me and Christian and, you know what I mean? Like a fun, cool...
Yeah.
I think it would also
basically what we need are bigger activities at Reunicon.
Yeah,
because that's the only time we have time to do this.
We need to bring our costumes, and then you can like go do True Dungeon with perf.
Yeah,
right.
And like
that'd be super fun.
Yeah,
but it would be
great.
I think it'd be cool for some because like Christian, you're a big face at Gen Con, right? Like people come to the booth to see you. Like you were specifically asked for it, right?
Sure.
Whereas like people like Mark,
I'm on all the posters. That helps.
Right, but like someone like Mark, who's a really good gamer, who's really awesome, who isn't always in front of the camera, but
True
behind
fans
the camera.
recognize Mark.
But like it would be a cool
Old
thing
fans recognize
to
Mark.
be like, hey, you guys are gonna go on this run with you, and like get an interaction with people who aren't just like the main face of the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like it would be a cool interaction, I think. And I know that we do game sessions. However, we had to drop out of those because we had to get other people to run them because we were too busy at the booth and other things. So it'd be fun to have like a full day where we didn't have to be at the booth, but then you'd have to make the con 5 days.
Yeah, like my thing is I want to game with my friends at the con, and my friends are all working, and I'm working too, so we're not going to be doing that.
No, I
can either game with strangers.
Yeah.
We can game with fans.
Or I can game with
better
fans,
than
which is
strangers.
way better than gaming with strangers.
Most of the time.
Well, they try to kill me less.
That's true.
Strangers try and kill
yeah.
you a lot? Is that a problem you have?
just think that'd be
No,
fun.
no, not me. Anyway, we're going to take one more question, and then we are going to get going because we have a show to get ready for, and some of us are going to be wearing different items, from what I understand, than when we are wearing currently.
Indeed.
So if anybody in chat has another question for any of our panelists today, now would be the time to ask it and then type it.
So
and
there's
then hit
probably
enter.
a small delay, so we might have to wait for a hot second.
Small delays. We are not used to those. How long do you think we can stall, everyone?
At least 20 seconds.
Oh, that's good. 20 seconds of dead air is really the best we can hope for. That's what I was
Dead air. We can talk about not having dead air and stalling.
Right.
Liz is
in
very
order to
happy that
stall.
she's better than a stranger.
Oh, yeah.
It depends on what
little
depends on what
things.
kind of
It's the
stranger
little things,
you
Max.
mean. I guess some strangers are great strangers.
Less stranger.
Less stranger, more danger.
Can
Do
you
we
guys stop
want
talking
more
about it?
danger?
Ask us a question. Come on.
Wombat,
you have
of course,
one job.
being in character and talking himself down.
Pants suck. I say no to
says
pants.
no
That's
pants.
true.
And Ben does not like pants. We actually take our pants off before the show because it's so hot. That's
Mm-hmm.
true.
Oh, there's
How many
times.
times
Oh.
is Chris Odie going to break tonight? Was
Ooh.
that question.
He's gonna
Oh, what did
say
he say?
0.
He said
Oh,
0.
there's no
That's
way.
the
Has
Chris
he ever
Odie.
done? He's done 0 once.
He has.
He
Right.
says
He did
0
once.
I don't know, man.
5.
No, you think?
2.
5.
1. I give him
I mean,
1.
he's out of
one
practice.
was my gut, but let's
So-
go
yeah,
for
exactly.
5.
He might be an easier target because he's out of practice.
Yeah, we're not going to be the ones to break it
1 to
today.
5.
It'll be chat.
Or
think
he might
so.
be so stressed that he doesn't, relax enough.
No,
to
man,
break.
I'm telling you, he's cool as a cucumber.
He is. We saw him the other day.
He's ready.
He's
for
running
this.
in here
His
late.
shoes
so.
looked nice. I saw them a second ago.
Oh, is he wearing the red ones?
No.
No.
Oh, good.
He's wearing like cowboy booty tops.
Yeah, they were. I liked them.
Cowboy booty tops. Those sound
I meant
sexy.
To, I
were like
I meant to
light
say
brown.
times, and I said tops. Okay, whatever.
We're gonna have to show off his shoes
Anyway,
now. at
Okay,
the start
is
of
there
the
a
podcast.
question? By the way, is there a final question
Do the
or?
stuff.
I think that was the final question.
That was the final question.
Was Chris how many
How many
times?
times is Chris
What
gonna
would
break?
we? Is he out of practice of a backlog of strength to pull from?
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
the question
That's the
you're
real
asking.
question, isn't it?
What does everyone think?
He's a nice guy.
I say 1 break.
You say 1 break.
Yeah.
Beginning or end?
Ooh, middle.
Ooh, okay.
1 break in the middle, and in my head I know why, but I'm not saying it out loud.
Fair.
I say 2 or 3, but it takes
'Cause
it
he's
a
out of
while.
practice.
He's out of practice. He's it's been too long since he's done this, and so he's going to be taken unawares more quickly.
Vanessa, what do you think? You gonna roll?
Good idea.
6.
6 times. Okay,
Wow, that's a
how
lot of
many
breaks.
bathroom breaks?
Right away.
Hopefully
0.
none.
None.
0. That's my guess too.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
good.
none
All
of the
right.
Bathroom breaks.
Well, hey.
Interesting culture on a stick, but
Yeah,
thank you
that's
for being
one
here
of
with
the more
us.
interesting ones we've done. But
Hopefully, you found that entertaining.
we
Dear God, go get ready.
we pulled it out of nowhere, and I think that
It shows.
we did great. So thank you for all deciding to put on a microphone and sit down with me today on Culture on a Stick. We'll see you next week. Enjoy Masters of the Metaverse and stick around for it. See you next time. Bye-bye.
4 says Alien.